year. I couldn't believe it. It's 1 year.
Yeah, it's
Hi.
already 1 year. Hello, Tiha.
Hi, Anis. This is the first time I am joining here.
Oh, yes.
It's my
Welcome.
pleasure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hello.
Nice to meet you here.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes. Where are you from?
I'm in Orlando, Florida, US.
USA.
Oh,
US. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
USA.
Yes. Glad you can make it today. Okay.
I know it's a Saturday morning here.
Morning. What states are you in the United States?
Florida.
Sorry,
Florida.
Florida.
So Eastern time. Eastern time. It's 8 o'clock on Saturday.
8 o'clock.
Mhm.
I see.
so you are early bird.
Early bird. You're an early bird. So how about you guys? Let's see Sylvia, Boris, Maria Angel.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Morning,
morning.
morning for us.
Sylvia is also in USA. Yeah.
Yeah, here is 7 o'clock and before because we
Oh, you are even more early bird.
yeah before we because we changed the time was 6 o'clock in the morning before.
Oh,
3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty early.
it's too early.
Oh, you are very committed to learning.
Yeah. It's fine, and it's funny to stay with you guys. Worth it.
Hello, Mai.
Hello. Hello,
Good
hello.
morning.
Good morning, Mai.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Great. We just
Me too.
finished our worship. I mean, our Passover. We celebrated today our Passover. I don't know if you heard that one. Once a year, we celebrate Passover in our church. So I rushed to get home to host our meeting today.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, you.
Okay,
What's up?
thank you.
And Marta is with us.
Yes, Marta today, Marta.
Oh, Marta. Marta goes like a satellite. She goes and comes.
Yeah. Marta, guys, she will be our task giver this week. On Monday, we are going to have Fluency 5-day challenge in the group. So you are welcome to join the challenge with her. She is our task giver. At the end of this challenge, you will have pronunciation evaluation, American accent training, at the same time, live conversation with our coaches.
It would be great challenge, I think, because it's a great week here in the Christian community. Because it's a week before Easter. It's called Great Week.
Great week. I see. Because you just celebrate your Holy Week
Easter.
next week, right?
Yeah, next week, yeah.
Are you Christian, Tom? Catholic?
Yeah, Christian Catholic.
Catholic. You're Catholic.
Yeah.
Catholic.
I'm Christian, but I do not celebrate.
But in the Christian Catholic, in my country, they celebrated this last week. It ended today. I mean, today and tomorrow is Easter.
Here, guys, we celebrated today our Passover, and tomorrow we are going to celebrate the Resurrection Day.
And here in Catholic, we celebrate the Palm Sunday. It is the last Sunday before Easter. The Palm Sunday. It is to memorize the visit Christ to Jerusalem, and he was greeted by the citizens of Jerusalem with the palm leaves.
Mm.
Mm.
It is also celebrated in my country, but is this the Sunday before Easter?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
All right.
But it will
Palm
be tomorrow
Sunday.
in my country. It will be tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. So I send you the link. Have you read the article? That one?
Yes.
Okay. So can we start now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Could you
Okay. I will.
could you share the article?
Oh, sure. I will share my screen
Mm.
and then hold on, please. Because our time is limited, guys. So we have to
Yes. Let's start because I
so
am going to be just half of the time
uh-huh.
because if I have duties to do.
Ah, your
My I have to take care of my baby.
your granddaughter.
Yes.
Mm,
You know that the time changed in
mhm,
this part of the in the States. So
uh-huh.
it is an hour later.
Mm. Okay, guys. So here, 6 ways to become more knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
I just choose short articles. It's easy for you to read because if it's too long,
Yes.
and yeah. So here we have don't be afraid to make conversation with people smarter than you. So do you agree with this idea, this tips?
I
As for
agree.
me, I agree. I strongly agree, 100% true. But my only doubt is if the smarter people would like to talk with me because they also would like to talk to smarter people than there. So, is it possible to communicate with smarter people at all? Because all the smartest people are not available because they are searching for the even smarter people than they are.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
For even smarter people than themselves. Well, maybe can I say something?
Oh, sure, sure. Go ahead.
Maybe some people find themselves intimidated by smarter people,
Mhm.
but I like to talk. I have a brother who is so smart, and I love talking to him because I learn a lot. But
Mm,
he is so smart. He speaks like 5 languages, and he works in the center of research in Venezuela,
mhm,
and I love talking to him
mm.
because you learn a lot. You learn a lot of things.
You
He talks
influence.
about everything.
Mm,
So you learn by listening to people like them, like him. You learn. Well, it also depends how the other person likes to communicate. Because if that person just likes to brag and don't let you participate, I wouldn't like that.
uh-huh. Yes. Thank you, Mai. How about you? Who's next? Who wants to give your opinion? Do you agree?
Okay.
Hi,
Okay.
hello.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Okay. So who wants to say?
But I have my opinion about this statement. I think that it's very difficult to determine if another person is more smart than you. I think that people could have more experience in a specific topic and specific issues, but when you face another people that you think have more experience than you have to take advantage of this situation. I think so. for example, in languages, we are all learning English, for example. If you find any people that speak better than you think that this person is more intelligent than you. It's not true. You don't know. It's difficult to know that. Of course, people have more knowledge and more experience, but you don't have to think that it's more smart or maybe more than you. You just have more experience in any issue. It's my opinion.
Tejal, what's your opinion, Tejal?
Okay, you know what I feel is when with me actually, when the person is, I feel like very smart, then I make myself little quiet, and then I think about it that what's going on inside me, and then I realize that okay, I don't have a command on the English language. That is why I am more quiet, even though I can participate in that topic, but still I would avoid it because um, I don't have enough command to express myself. So when you have a knowledge or any discussion, you have to have, like command on the language that you can express, you can use the words, and you can, uh, you know, uh, you can tell your message or your opinion very clearly, because that conversation is always need like more specific presentation. I mean, you have to represent yourself like very clearly, and that's why I feel like that when person is very smart, I make myself quiet, but at the same time I like to learn and I would like to hear. That is I won't go away, but I would like to hear that. So I'm more like listening person and then speaking, but now I need to change if I want to command on this English language.
Yes, Mai,
I would like to, well, this conversation turned into the knowledge of the language. So I'm going to say something about this. And I don't consider that if a person knows English, in this case, better than any other one, like in this case, if a person knows more English than any one of us in this group, I don't think that that person is more intelligent or more knowledgeable. What I think is that that person in particular has had more contact with the language or has been learning that language for a longer time, and maybe that is why that person in particular has a, a, a good command of a better command of the English language. I don't think that that person is more intelligent, and it is so difficult. Also, if you let's say that you have a good command of the language, and we are in a group and we are learning, and you realize that one of the members, when that person is speaking, you realize all of a sudden that that person makes a mistake, and you know that they made a mistake, and it is very difficult. You would like to correct it, but it is difficult because you don't like to appear yourself as if you want to show off, or you want to your classmates or your friends to think that you know more than that person. So it is hard to listen to a mistake when you are in a group and not being able to say, hey, wait a minute, you made a mistake. Would you like me to correct you? It's so hard. But I don't think that that person is more intelligent. That's
Of
all.
course, yes.
I don't know, what is your opinion, Alex, about that?
Alex, you're mute. Can you unmute yourself?
What is the question about?
Ah,
I missed it.
okay, so do you agree that what is that? Don't be afraid to have conversation to people smarter than you.
Ah, I see. It's first point. Um, yeah, actually, I am from humble family and not very active in conversation. And I always try to avoid conversation with smart people. Don't know why. Maybe I don't want to show myself with a bad side of knowledge. When I don't know something, I try to avoid it, and maybe I just change topic or go away from this. But last time I started to understand that it's not correct position, and as now I understand, English is help me with it, because I started to learn and to read more article about self improvement, and now I understand that it's not difficult to speak with intelligent people, to ask them a lot of questions and interested in something and study something new. And now I am more confident, self-confident, and I try to ask questions. And in my opinion, my confidence increased a lot during the last year when I started to learn English, and now it's no problem to speak with smarter people for me.
Oh, that's nice, Alex. You gain lots of confidence.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah.
Yes, Sylvia, you wanna say something?
Yeah, in related to the article, I don't have this kind of afraid, because even if I don't have the same intelligent or smart as the other people, you can learn a lot about them,
Mm,
or the knowledge about they know, because you listen and you can make a questions,
mm.
easily. So
Ask
if you
question.
don't know that topic, or something like that, you can make a questions and try to talk about the same topic, even though you don't know too much. But I think it's good to talk, or to follow the conversation, and because you learn, you learn about all those people. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally. That's true. Okay. So how about let's see, Maria Angelica. You wanna say something?
This is an interesting
Mhm.
point. I don't have problem with this because in some time I'm smarter than someone, and in sometimes someone is smarter than me. Then I don't be afraid when I find someone that is smarter than me in some subject. For example, the people know more in some subject, but I can learn with the person that I find. Then it's no problem for me, and I have the opportunity to say that I don't know this subject, I don't know about this, I want to know. It happens in English, in odontology, in religion, in culture in general. Then I don't see problems in it.
Yeah, because it depends.
I I have a good relationship with this point. No problem.
Because it depends the subject, guys, if you're good this or not. So if not, then you can ask questions. Then if you are good, then you can share your opinion, your ideas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So don't
We when you fight someone, you share things. You share a little of you, and the person share a little of him or her. Then it's normal happen this thing.
yeah, that's true. Yes. Okay, how about Lubaba? You wanna say something, Lubaba?
Yes, exactly. In my opinion, I try to be around people who may be smarter than me, because in my opinion, it's very important to have conversations with smart people. I can study some new thing from them, and they can teach me about what they know. And it could be not exactly smart people, but people knowledgeable in some areas. And it is very important too, because sometimes they work in different areas, and they have a lot of knowledge about some work, their work, some processes, and some interesting things for me. And I also like to share about my experience, maybe in my work or my knowledge, because I try to develop myself too, and I try to know something that I didn't know before.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's my opinion.
Yes. Thank you, Lubaba. Thank you for sharing. How about Tom? How about you, Tom?
Tom said that for him it is difficult to find smarter people who would like to speak with me, but related to the next maybe topic, read newspaper every day, I would like to say that I completely disagree with this advice, because I think that newspapers are not a very good source of information, because they are filled with propaganda news rather, and we are treated as a meat for politicians to use us as a voting machines only, and politicians tend to pump us with their propaganda and would like to uh, to cause that we would act as they would like us to do, to behave. And that's why I think the most beneficial it would be to choose very carefully the source of information, and to rather read a book or interesting blog or podcast, because reading newspapers every day in today's situation with coronavirus, it is also very dangerous, because we are bombarded with the propaganda of and news about coronavirus, and we start to behave not very wise, and we are start to be frightened. Rather, we are not able to think in a rational way, and we start to behave as a people which are frightened by this news. And that's why I not recommend. And I personally I throw out my TV, for example, because I don't like to watch everyday news and be a target of this information.
Yeah, that's true. Because nowadays always news about coronavirus, and then people tend to panic and worry so much, so it will affect your life. So it's better
Yeah.
to listen to podcasts or any useful blogs. It can help you to improve yourself.
To listen to the smarter people, because the journalists in the newspapers, I don't think they are very smart, because they are hired for small wages and they are producing only content and they are not focusing on the quality of the content. Rather, they are focusing on the quantity. It should be a lot of content produced every day to fill the place in the newspaper rather than to deliver the quality content.
Because that
Can I
is
say
your
something?
job. Uh-huh.
Can I say something?
Yes, yes.
Because I am journalist.
You're
I
a
want to say
journalist.
something. Yeah, I want to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvia. Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. And Tomac is fine, but it's not the journalist. It's the company, the owner.
Yes, yes.
Because
Tells you.
sometimes you have the correct vision what's happening, but the company say you have to do this,
Yeah.
otherwise bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
So it's not like I force you at all. I mean it's force you, but you have to follow the politics they have in the newspaper. I not agree with this kind of in my case. No, that doesn't happen too much, but I know in other countries happens. But not the person is the company.
Yeah, I am not against journalists because I think they are most affected with this policy, as Sylvia mentioned, and they are pressed to produce rather cheap and quick than to deep in the topic and search for the quality news, because it is very expensive for the owner of the newspaper to deep into the topic.
Because this I said because in maybe 10 years ago, no more than 10 years ago, like 20 years ago, I went to Cuba. So there Fidel Castro there. So I go and I make investigation because we were two three journalists to make a resource there, and we talk with the journalists and they thoroughly they do whatever Fidel Castro said, you know. So that's why I told you there in some countries it's like that. In Mexico, no, thanks God, But yeah, I understand why you point, Tomac.
You're not telling the truth. Some some content are lies, right? That's true because that's your job. So you're forced to do it, even though it's against for you. But because it's because of your job, your boss tells you to do it, then you just follow it. Otherwise, you get fired.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about Marta? Welcome back, Marta. Long time no see.
Hello.
It's been a
Yes, hello everyone. Happy to see you. Had time to join today, you. So, what question we are answering?
yes. Don't be afraid to have conversation with smarter people. Uh-huh.
Okay. So, I would say that, yeah, I would love to listen to people who are smarter than me because we can learn a lot from them. And yeah, in terms of English, let's say, for example, you can like notice that that person can have a wide range of vocabulary. Why not to listen? Because learning a language can be perceived through listening first. So and like in terms of speaking practice, yeah, lots of people try to speak, but when you listen you can learn as well. So I wouldn't say that I would disagree with this question. I mostly agree with that.
By the way, guys, Marta will be our task giver. So please join her on Monday. Her challenge.
Hopefully.
All right. How about Ralph? Welcome back, Ralph.
Yeah, thank you. I'm late So the question is about don't be afraid to make conversation with smaller people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm afraid to talk to people that is smarter than me because sometimes I cannot for example in English conversation. So sometimes I stop because I don't know how to I don't know the words that I will tell next. So I stop and then I will think. But I'm glad that some people who are smarter than me to speak or to talk to me, so I can gain knowledge, and then if yeah, it's a it's a chance for me to practice to uh, like this one, like this. I'm stuck because I'm thinking what next, what I want to say, but I'm afraid sometimes because they thought that this person know nothing about the subject matters or things that I think this person is uh, when you are talking to someone that is better than you, so they thought that everything is uh, sorry, I'm very I'm nervous right now.
You feel
Yeah, I feel I feel nervous, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry, don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, yeah,
Raf, we are learning. All of us are learning.
a little bit a minute.
Yeah, take your time. Take a break.
Yeah,
So we are all learners here. We're sharing all our
Yes.
knowledge, so don't be afraid. Just
And sometimes you know what you want to say, but then you get stuck because because you are nervous, and then you block yourself. But it takes time to get used to do this, to
yeah,
talk in
exactly.
public like this.
Yeah,
Sometimes I have an idea and I can, the moment I want to talk, I cannot develop my idea because I get stuck. That is very common. So don't feel
Yeah.
bad. Okay?
yeah.
no
I
Thank you
want
judgment.
for that
to say
advice.
something. Sometimes it's not about your knowledge, it's about your feeling. Because if you are a shy person, it's difficult for you, or always you think that another person is smarter than you. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a feeling that you have to working about that. You have to overcome
Mm-hmm.
and then you feel better. I
Yes.
have been reading a book very interesting. The name is Persuasion. I can share with you in the chat the author, the name of the book. Have about the book talk about the how can you influence to another person if you have a conversation with another person face to face, you can influence this person that without this person notice that with even with your position of your body, with your body
Yeah.
language, or
Yeah,
if you are conscious that you can influence it to another person, you can make that another person feel comfortable with speaking with you. For example, one technique that the book share is the technique of the mirror. For example, if you put your hand, is the person that is este, have their hand on their face in this way, you can imitate this movement, and the another person feel more comfortable in conscience, unconscious.
Unconsciously.
So interesting, yeah. And I totally agree that I feel good if I feel that another person is smarter than me, but that you can control the conversation, for example. How can you do that? Making questions. In a conversation, the listener has the control. It's weird, but the listener has the control because the listener can interrupt the conversation and make questions. And the speaker feel emotion speaking, and the listener can control the conversation. It's a way of being smart. It's so interesting. I want to share with you the other because he has also different books about this topic.
Yeah,
Good.
please. I'm glad to read
And
that
there
one.
are also a series of books about PNL. PNL is psychoneurolinguistics.
Yeah.
Psychoneurolinguistics that talk a lot about this.
So
Yeah.
please, can you, if you can send me, I'm glad to have that soft copy. So I will search it.
Yes, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. So, anything wants to add? Maria Angelica, you wanna say something before?
So I agree because each one of the friends here has an opinion and sharing the feelings, how they behave in front of this situation. And it is very interesting about this book that Boris said. And we can improve this phrase, for example, if it exists, learning about this and practicing. And it is very interesting to do. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Boris, for sharing this book.
Yeah.
Robert.
You're welcome.
Okay, we will definitely check. I will save my chat. All right. So how about Tihal? Do you wanna say something, Tihal, before our time is, because we only have 30 minutes left after this one. Just rejoin with the same link if you can make it with for the next session. Tihal, you wanna say something?
What is that about? Same thing, same topic you are saying? Yes, it is like more about the confidence. If you have a confidence, that you are confident, then you would like to share, like you would like to join the conversation, and you would like to share your ideas. It's all about self-confidence, and the other word, it's not coming in my mind right now. But when the other person is more knowledgeable, and at the same time that person's attitude is like that he or she believes that I am a less knowledgeable just because of the English language, or I am not participating in the conversation. And so you see the body language, you see the expression, you see the other person's attitude, and it makes you stop sometime, talking to that people and joining the conversation. So I feel like there is a more than one situation is involved to with this conversation, to deal with the other people. And when uh, it's really smarter, or that person is feeling that I'm smarter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the yeah, that's I believe it. And I'm the person like quite